Samira's communication has come a very long way. She's very good, like verbally she can express herself. She reads and writes really well. She's a very good communicator, but the only signs of autism still evident in her is that sometimes she'll talk at you, not waiting for give and take. She'll just sort of say her piece, and I've seen that, and that hasn't really changed. It's improved. A lot of times we still have to remind her, Samira, if you're talking to me, can you look at me? And she'll do it, and then she'll her eyes will wander off again. The other behaviour that's still sort of within her is she has an obsession, she did have from a young age, and she still has it to some degree, of looking at herself in the mirror, and a lot of times she'll have a conversation with herself. She understands my sarcasm. She can tell, it took her a while to get there. A lot of times now I think she can read people's expressions, and most of the time sort of react according to their behaviour or to their feelings or whatever. But sometimes she can be sort of distant, and somebody could be crying and it's like, oh, whatever. But no, she's more in tune with other people's feelings, I would say, but it took a long time to get there. And that was like we had to target it and work on it, teaching her how to make friends, how to be social, what sort of things you say, and that you've always got to be nice to other people. I remember trying to teach her how to give compliments. And I said, you say something nice to the other person. And I remember her turning to her brother and says, you've got a nice back. Yeah, it's sort of the things that they come out with, they almost get it, but sometimes not quite get what you mean. And I remember, with structure and routine and stuff and rules, with rules especially, if, she loves rules and she wants to abide by them, but she wants everyone else forcibly to follow as well. So she used to get really worked up and upset if something happened and somebody was supposed to apologise to her, and she'd chuck a tantrum. She'd be crying and really upset that they didn't say sorry, but that's the rules. They're supposed to say sorry to me. And I said, yeah, but sometimes people aren't always polite, or you have to sort of explain it to them. She used to not cope very well. I remember looking back before she was even diagnosed, if something went out of the norm and it wasn't to what she was expecting, even little thing like starting the car up and it wasn't working, and then we're stuck in the car for a while, she would cry and cry and cry, like a tantrum cry, because the thing that was supposed to happen next wasn't happening, and she couldn't understand. And back then I didn't understand why she was crying. So there was a lot of times she cried supposedly for no reason, I thought, but in hindsight I could look back and see that it was because of the change in the routine and what she expected. At school, when she first went to a satellite class, they were really good. They taught me how to use social stories, and so they would target anything that sort of could differ from the norm. So any unexpected change to the routine, they prepared her for it, and they taught me how to do it as well. So we're planning to do this, but this might not happen. This might happen instead. You might have a relief teacher if your teacher's away because she's sick, but it's done in a certain way, and I found that really, really helped.